Well, hey, in the shop with me today, I got Tracy from LMC. How you doing, Chris?
Good
to see you, man.
How you doing, Dennis?
Well, you know, LMC is kind of dedicated to keeping trucks of all makes and ages on the road and having good times. And one of the things that that you guys do is bring them into the modern era. And lighting is one of the areas that needs a little bit of modernization. You know, we did incandescents, well, since Thomas Edison. You know, so that. Well, the 20th century was maybe lit by incandescent lights. The 21st century is going to be lit by LEDs, and that's what you brought.
We did.
You brought a bunch of LED options for what?
Well, a lot of what we have today is for Chevy and GMC products.
Okay, but you do also.
We do. We have them for Ford. Right. We have them for late model Dodges too. We have all of it in there, and it's really just kind of whatever you want to change on your truck to update that look or to make it safer. We can do that with all of the lighting that we have here.
Well, and you know, safety is a big part of that. I mean, it's trick. I mean, the stuff looks great.
It looks good.
But you can see it, you know, and when they started doing LEDs in traffic lights, it just made all the difference. I mean, the old incandescent, you know, red, yellow, green, it was frankly hard to see.
Well, the LEDs are supposed to light up faster than an incandescent because that filament doesn't have to heat up anymore. You don't have to get it to the proper temperature. You just are really running a current through it and it's on. So what it does is, with our LED brake lights, it gives the car behind it more reaction time. It's on already. They say it's 20+ feet.
Really?
That's a big difference when you're talking about slamming into the back of somebody and not. So 20 feet's a big deal.
That makes all the difference.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're so much brighter. Like you say, quicker. They use less energy, and they don't create the heat.
Right. We don't have to worry about any of the lenses because there's that heat behind it that's going to warp or over time discolor it.
Or make them more brittle, because I mean, with heat, you know, these lenses. That's one of the reasons all these old lenses are so brittle. So what specifically do we have?
Over here we have our side markers on the end for our 67 to 72 Chevy and GMC trucks.
So this is would be front side marker, and this would be the rear side marker.
The red's the rear, and then orange is the front.
Man, you'll see that. Man.
This is our park light. So it's the park light turn signal or park light underneath that front bumper area. So when you turn it on, these look fantastic. When you have the lights on. I've seen them a couple times. There's all of a sudden black. You turn it on, the lights are coming on already, and they're right there.
I mean, there's like, I don't know, 20 or 30 LEDs in that little bit.
They're bright. They're hard to miss.
And speaking of hard to miss, because you want people missing your truck.
Correct.
This is a taillight for what?
73 to 87 Chevy and GMC. This is a newer taillight that we've got in recently in the last year or so. There's 20 LEDs in there to work the brake and the turn signal, but there's also 9 side marker lights kind of over on the side over here.
Oh, really?
So you're looking at almost 30 LED lights in that taillight.
Now, what's that?
This is our LED clear dome kit. This is still 73 to 87, so that it replaces that opaque lens on top of your dome light, and it takes
Which
out
has got the brown spot right underneath
some
the
bugs
bulb.
in there.
Yeah, and some bugs.
All the horribleness. Yes.
And headlights?
This is something new that we've just got recently. It's a 7-inch round headlight. The great thing about this is we're not limited to a specific year, make, and model with this. Anything that has a 7-inch round headlight, it'll pop right in.
Wow. And it's LED?
And it is LED, and I will make sure it's 7 inches on a 12-volt system.
Oh, yeah.
You got to make sure on that.
Yeah,
if you got 6 volt, that's not really going to work. But if you've already converted to 12 volt, this will fit in there.
But that throws the light down the road big time.
It throws the light, and it's got 5 high power LEDs. When you run it in regular driving mode, you're getting 2 of the LEDs. When you switch on the high beam, you get 3 of the LEDs. So when it's in an aluminum case, it's got the aluminum reflector in there, and it's the shatter resistant lens.
Cool. And this is cool. It's basically a sill plate or something?
So it's a threshold plate.
Okay.
It's licensed by Chevy, and it glows blue when you open your door.
I like that.
The nice thing about this is there's no drilling required to install this. There's some double-sided 3M tape underneath it that really secures it to your threshold there. The nice thing about that is that'll fit a 1960 truck all the way up to a 1987 truck. So there's a huge year range for those. And they look great. It's fantastic when you look at them.
So again, I mean, we've talked mostly Chevy, mostly GM, but you do Ford and
we do have Ford taillights and definitely the late model Dodges for sure.
It's amazing. Well, again, you know, LMC, you guys just keep trucks on the road in every imaginable
That's our goal.
way.
We want them to be used. I mean, show trucks are nice, but we really want to keep it's cheaper, it's more economical to keep that older truck on the road, and we want to make that happen for you.
Well, I got to tell you, this has been extremely illuminating. It really has.
The joke had to be in there somewhere.
It had to be. I just couldn't resist. Well, hey, if you want to learn anything more about all these great LED lighting options from LMC, log on to lmctruck.com. Yeah, illuminate. How can I pass it up? I mean, I had to do it.
AutoGeek.net. We are car care.